In this interview series, Rick Stiggins, founder and president of the Assessment Training Institute and Classroom Assessment Authority, promotes the effective use of formative assessment to support student learning success. He does so by answering a series of 11 questions posed to him by the Alberta Assessment Consortium. What are the keys and roadblocks to tapping formative assessment's full potential?
In order to tap the full potential, we need to pay attention to some very specific dimensions of the assessment process. And when we have very clear keys available to us, and when we violate those keys, we hit roadblocks. Let me enumerate them for you. First of all, we need to begin the assessment process with a clear answer to the question, why are we conducting this assessment? That is, who's going to use the results and to inform what kinds of decisions? We can only build an assessment to provide the information they need if we know what information they need. Secondly, we need to start with a clear and appropriate learning target. If we're going to build an assessment exercises and scoring schemes, we have to know what it is by way of student achievement that they need to reflect. And then once we have the purpose in mind, why we're assessing, and the target in mind, what we're assessing, then we can decide how to assess it. We need to build high quality assessments. That's key number 3. We need to select proper methods and develop quality exercises or tasks or items and appropriate scoring guides. And we need to be able to anticipate what sources of bias are likely to creep into the assessment and how to control them. And we need to communicate the results effectively. The best quality assessment in the world is wasted if the results are miscommunicated. So key number 3 then is quality assessment in those terms. And then finally key number 4 is effective communication. That is, deliver the information into the hands of the intended user in a timely and an understandable way. And then the 5th key is engage the student as a partner in the formative assessment process when it's appropriate. When the reason for assessing is to support student learning, then we can engage students productively. We can share learning targets with them in advance in terms they understand. We can engage them in the self-assessment process. We can teach them to communicate about their own achievement and the changes that are happening in their achievement over time. Those are the real keys. And then the roadblocks I'll line up directly with the keys. When we don't have a clear answer to the question, why are we assessing, we're going to get in trouble. If we don't have a clear learning target, we can't create a quality assessment. If we don't know how to create a quality assessment, that is the technical skills to do that, we're going to get in trouble. And of course, if we miscommunicate, then obviously a huge roadblock in this context. But when we satisfy the standards, we know why, what, how to communicate, and when and how to engage students, then we tap the full potential of formative assessment.